Welcome back, everybody, to the Powerstroke Tech Talk podcast. This is number 38. We are missing some particular guests tonight's episode, but we have returning member Cody and newcomer Connor down at the bottom. We're going to be talking about our trucks and everything that pretty much surrounds that. For those of you that are not able to watch us on or listen to us on YouTube, Red, make sure to check us out on those mainstream podcast apps. You guys know the deal: podcast, Podbean, Spotify, all of those. We're missing Sleepy DS and Meat Man Matty Matt and old Reelan, but we're gonna venture on and some of the big things, or one of the big things, I guess, that I'd like to really talk about tonight is, or just conversate about, is these new trucks. And like, I hate talking bad about the product, and I'm not talking bad about the product. It's just what I'm hearing and all of the problems with electrical, whether it be this new recall that I haven't even really looked at or paid attention to it. I don't really get a whole lot of F-150s, but the steering gear recall with the steering shaft not able to turn left or right. Like, what is going on with these new trucks? And the gentleman we had on a couple of podcasts ago with his brand new 21, that ruby red one. He purchased this truck. He's from Texas after seeing my 350, and now he's got transmission leak. He just called me today, or not called, but contacted me today via text, and it says his AC's not working, and it's only got 1,000 miles, 1,000 miles on the unit, and I mean, I know it's just a small percentage per se with the amount of vehicles that are actually on the road, but as a repairing technician and actually an owner of one of these, I mean, it's a little disheartening sometimes. I guess you can't really worry about stuff you can't control, but, I got out of a 1998 F-150, 4.2 liter, 4x2, 5-speed. Never really had any issues. Had to put a couple brake calipers on it, did a tune-up, drained the trans fluid. I had to put a muffler on it. And after all those years, never touched the spare tire until right before I got my truck. I actually had my first flat tire in that truck and had to drop the spare. Thing came right down. I had no problem. Never had to replace a window regulator, a blower motor, instrument cluster, nothing. And here I get a brand new 20 F-350. And, the reason why I got rid of the 98, it was time to get a new vehicle. I was going to have to start to put some rear leaf springs and front shocks and U-joints. And then it's a can of worms. It's over 20 years old. And then this is going to lead to this. And it's like, I'm not trying to spend $3,000, $4,000 just to try to keep this truck on the road. So I take the risk, and you guys see what I'm talking about and what I preach about all the time, my brand new 2020. And now it's kind of like you get the new car, so you don't have nothing to worry about. It's brand new. There's no noises. You're not, because you get, I remember getting in my truck. It's still, it's my truck. You're in technician mode all the time. Getting, what was that sound? What was that? Huh? Wait, am I pulling when I'm braking? Like constant, did something change? It's just, I can't get it out. I'm always diagnosing. I cannot turn it off. I'm in somebody else's car. Dude, what is that? What are you talking about, man? I can't shut it off. So you get, this new truck, and I mean, I really don't want to think about these things. And, I see this truck come in, or I hear other technicians converse and kind of, hey, A-Rod, have you ever seen this concern? I'm like, are you for real? I'm like, what is going on out there? I don't know if it's, I've heard the term, oh, you got a COVID truck. Do you use that as an excuse? Like I'm really sick and tired of hearing and using people using COVID as an excuse and why this. Oh, it's because of COVID. Well, it's because okay, people. I, I'm not blaming that on that. Do you know how many trucks were made in 2020? You know how many vehicles, for the matter, were made in 2020? I don't know. A lot. Is every one of those vehicles now haunted because it's a 2020 and you got a COVID vehicle? Come on, man. Come on. You know, I don't want to again badmouth the brand, but being again an owner, you guys know how much these trucks. This truck was $75,000. You know what that man sticker was? Them 450s. You know what DS's sticker was? More than mine. Why is it leaking oil already? Why do I have a water leak already? Like, you mean to tell me I got water pouring in through my roof console? My 98 didn't leak water. My 98 didn't leak oil. I mean, like, come on. It frustrates me because I have all the time in the world for real to fix everybody else's truck. When am I going to fix mine? I don't even want to fix mine. I don't have time to fix mine. I don't even care that it's going to be a job. I don't have time, let alone tear into your own vehicle. And on top of it, I mean, I'm gonna say that I'm probably not gonna have all the parts. Something's gonna be back ordered, whether it's the silicone or this bolt that is for whatever reason one-time use, or I don't know what to think sometimes. It's kind of hard to digest. I love my truck. It's my first new vehicle I've ever had. This was used. Mind you, my first used vehicle I've ever bought and paid for. This is my first new vehicle, and it's important to me. It it's personal. It's my vessel on how I deliver my content to you guys. I talk about this truck, this engine, what my mods, how I've personalized it. And, for, I guess, for you to not waste your time, but to pour in so much of your time into a product that I wholeheartedly believe in. I mean, I feel the Ford Motor Company did a great job with the Super Duty. I love it. It's everything I could ever. I can't. You guys see this? When I drive this, I don't even know why I'm driving it. I don't even want to drive it. I cannot see myself not behind a Super Duty. And as funny as it may seem, I don't know what to tell you. I do not want to not be behind a Super Duty. It's that important to me. And, I can only emphasize for these customers on a personal level. I get it. You see that black truck sitting out there? That's mine, man. I totally get it, brother. And I'm going to try to figure this out because you know what? I need to be on top of it. What happens if it happens to my truck? If it happens to my truck, I can't get here to fix your truck. Then you have this chip shortage. I still don't know where this chip is going in these trucks, what module, what electronics this is going in. But on top of dealing with that and dealing with these situations that are rising with these new trucks, I don't know. I don't know what's going on out there, man. This is Cody up here. He's got a 97 OBS. Dude's running strong at almost 500,000 miles. Probably worth a good penny or two with today's current used car market prices. And oh, nice flag there in the background, bud.
Oh,
Word.
what, that one?
I see it. I see it.
Yeah, I've had
And
that for 2 years now.
hell yeah. And you know, it's like, do you just stick with the old stuff? I know everybody loves these computers and creature comforts and all this technology, but I have this older neighbor. He was born in the 30s, 1932, and I guess you listen to the old, listen to him yap, and you just kind of, you're just listening to him just jab. And he said, "This world is becoming a push button world, and it is no good." He said people are going to start clubbing each other for water. And although we are not doing that at this current state, dude, we're not far off from just not goodness going on. And what are we going to do if we don't have good running trucks? You can't even buy used trucks. Well, I mean, you can, but you're going to be paying a good penny, and they're going to be hard to find. I don't know, Connor. Um, I don't know. I don't remember what year Super Duty you say you had?
It was a 13.
13. I don't know what the condition of his truck is in, but these 13s, 14s, and 15s, if they're good shape, people are paying 30, 40, almost $50,000 for these things.
It's
That's
crazy.
crazy. Let us know in the comment section if any of you guys right now, let us know what you're driving. Go to kbb.com and tell me how much your truck is worth. It is silly. Um, I could sell mine right now and make 20 grand. What? That's crazy. The way the snowball and a chain of events, everything takes place, and how it trickles down and affects everybody. I mean, you both know here listening, everybody listening, getting parts, that's become such a chore to even get a vehicle repaired. They may implement, a new part, or something, and supplies or quantities, may not be ready to fulfill everything. But, like enough is enough. I don't know when everything's going to semi turn back to somewhat normal. But, you know, having, I guess, I guess if I didn't own a Super Duty, maybe, maybe it wouldn't bother me as so much. But now that I'm on this side of the fence, like, dude, what's going on? Like, what do we need to fix? Like, do we need to start just jam packing everything with dielectric grease? Do we need to start wrapping tinfoil around all the modules like I don't what's going on? I don't know. Connor, what do you think's going on? This is some crazy times out there, and these trucks are really what make the world go round. And it just I don't know, man. Like how does it affect you? What are you doing with your Super Duty?
Um, I actually a month ago traded it in.
Really?
Yep. I so
Dang.
I am probably the only person I know of that has had as many issues that I had with it with a 6.7.
Really?
Yeah, um I kept having the rocker arms fall off the valve like every 2,000 miles
For real?
almost. It was crazy. I bought the truck last June and
How many miles we got on here?
I bought it with 137,000.
Okay, okay.
And the mistake I made was it was deleted when I bought it. And so I drove it until the weekend of Halloween. At this point, I had around 147,000. I put 10,000 miles on it. And then I was like, man, that thing it sounded like I was running on 7.5 cylinders, realistically. But I was out of town with the truck, so I couldn't just work on it there. So then I kept driving it until I got back to my shop, tore it apart, and I was about to lose the whole passenger side of the motor pretty much,
Wow.
falling off the rockers. And so then I put it back together, and then I did it a little bit too fast. And a week after I did that, um, the 3 bolts that hold the rocker arm on, they snapped, and that was my fault. Like I tightened it a little bit too much. Well then, because I didn't realize that was what the issue was, and you know how hard those injectors are to get out when they don't want
Mm-hmm.
to come out.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you remember, but I made a Facebook post on one of the groups of using a 3-foot long pipe with something that I screw onto the top of the injector, and then I use the pipe with a piece of wood and I knock on it in order to raise the injector up. And I was actually only able to get an injector out that way.
Wow.
And then I actually I found a whole motor for like 3,000 that was rebuilt by machine shop. So I put that in because I thought I was gonna need a motor. And then that lasted for about a month.
Oh,
And then it broke again. So I fixed it real quick. I got very fast at doing this too. It only took me, including me working, usually 8 to 5, after hours, it only took me 3 days to take the valve cover off and do that. It helped that there wasn't a cooler on a lot, but,
right.
and then, when did I traded it in the middle of April? Yeah, middle of April. I got it back running. And when I first got it, I drove it like I stole it because it was deleted and it was
Usually
fun.
how it goes. Yeah.
Usually how it goes. Well, it
Mm-hmm.
lasted longer like that than it did when I was taking my time and driving it nicely. But so I just accepted the fact that, this thing was the spawn of Satan. And so now I got 26,000 for it. That's what they gave me for trade-in. And it
Damn.
did run. It ran. But if you would start it, sometimes when you'd start it, it would run perfectly. And other times it would run like it was down a cylinder. So
Yikes.
I traded it in. Now I have a 2016 half ton with the V8,
Okay.
and I'm gonna drive that until I can find another diesel to buy.
How many miles on that?
That one I bought it with 88,000, and now I'm at 94,000, and
Heck
I've had
yeah.
it for around a month.
Heck yeah. Yeah, those I've seen a couple of those, particularly with tow trucks, and the rocker arms had kind of bink had fallen off the tops of the valves, and I don't think this particular one. I don't know. I can't remember. It was something really weird, and it wasn't an injector, and it was like, are you serious? Like, I'm gonna take this valve cover off? Like, I don't. We don't ever. It's not something we do. Oh, gotta take the valve cover, 6, 7.
It's just not like a 6 liter where it's only the
No,
bolts and then you just take it right off.
it's like we don't. I don't ever really have to take valve covers off, and lo and behold, take the valve cover off, and the 2 front cylinders, the rocker arms are just
Yeah, and it
like
was,
unreal.
and I love the truck. It was a Lariat, and I actually at that point I had recently replaced the sunroof track, which was a nice and time consuming job.
Mm-hmm.
And I really liked the truck. It was black with the two-tone, and I had wheels and tires on it. It was on a level. Um, it was a really nice truck, but I just couldn't. And then I was like, well, what's causing this? Because both of my bosses and my coworker, they all have 6.7s. My bosses have a 2013 and 14, one with 200,000 and one with
Wow.
110,000. And then my coworker is going to have 200,000 by the 4th of July.
Hmm.
and it's like, but I'm the only one that bought the truck, and my truck had 5 owners when I bought it.
Your truck did?
Yeah, my 13 had
Oh,
5
wow.
owners,
Yeah,
and
maybe somebody before you drove
yeah,
it a little too hard.
yeah, it had that. It had a rear main oil leak. And I paid way too much for the truck. I paid 30 for it last year. But
Damn.
when I bought it, it was everything I wanted. And I was expecting, I was told that they were the most reliable one. So I took that to heart, and I got the one that wasn't the most reliable.
Yeah, yeah, no, I'm sorry for your your misfortune there. Uh, that it's I think I just responded to a comment today and I had answered him a week ago and he just responded back to he's like he makes a comment, he's like, um, a good friend of mine is selling a 13 or 14 or something. It's got 230,000 miles on it, and all he does is tow a camper. And I'm thinking about buying it. Should I? And it's like, well, how do you respond to, it's like I truly respond to everybody, and I try to, because I would want somebody to respond to me. Um, but I'm like, how am I going to respond to this? I don't want to, come off like a, a dick or anything. And I'm like, well, buddy, you don't know how this truck was taken care of, so it's going to be a crapshoot. I think is, paraphrasing what I said. And he finally responds back and is like, "Oh, I know this person personally. I know everything he's done to the truck, and da 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 da." And he wound up emailing me, and I told him, people's taking care of is really up to interpretation, because like my taking
Yeah.
care of is going to be way different than what Cody's is taking care of, or vice versa with Connor. So, when I'm dealing with people, like when they're asking me that question, I have to let them know that, like, okay, hold on, dude. Yeah, it may be, like Connor said, this truck was everything I wanted. It, had this, and this, and this. But that's besides the point. If you had a way to tell how many owners there were before, or somehow was able to verify those maintenance records, or I'm keeping a strict regimen of my intervals and where I'm filling up in the oil and da 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 da. So there's people out there that do that, and I know it may be hard at times to find those kinds of sellers, but those are the ones that you want to look for. My coworker, perfect example of it. Old timer, 15, 100K, cherry, boom, everything was done, had dealer records, just lapsed its final ESP, like it was, that's a 6.7 you'd want to buy. But when you get into an instance such as Connor's, and it is unfortunate, but when you have, other several other owners prior to him, and the fact that some things were removed, and he just said it, every circumstance where I see or hear a truck that's had things removed, and it having problems, there's probably a good reason for that, and it's because they drove it like they stole it. When you're buying a truck, my advice to anybody is to just stay away from the stuff that's gone. If it is something you're looking for, I would deeply consider, other options, because it really is going to turn into a can of worms. You buy this truck and now you're on the side of the road with your fifth wheel because now your whatever rocker arms are now, popped off,
Yeah.
whatever the case is. Or now you got a rod hanging at the side of your block saying, "Hi." So I hate to see those things. I hate to see those things with the new trucks. I don't feel, I mean, humans are making this. Humans are not perfect. Although I didn't have any issues with my 98 different times. I did have a speed control recall. So did a gabillion other vehicles.
So did mine.
Yeah. I guess we just take it really as it comes. It's nothing. I mean, people are always gonna bitch about something. If it's not half empty or half full, whatever. Somebody's gonna give you something to complain about, and I don't want to be a complainer, but I also don't want my $75,000 truck to leak oil or leak water or leak anything other than what I'm making it leak if I'm doing fuel filters or changing the oil, which I need to do. I don't have time.
Drop it off at the house.
Time, you can buy a watch, but you cannot buy time. I wish I could buy time, like for real. Like, can I like buy a credit and like get a couple more hours, like just ching? I wish it worked like that. There's so much stuff to do in such little time. I tell you what, life is. I was just reading a quote or something on Facebook, and it was like an older person giving wisdom or whatever, and it was like flashing pictures, and another old person would have a quote, another one, and one older lady was like, "Slow down and live life." And it's something I've been thinking about, and it's really, really hard to slow down just with, I don't know, just with life, with work, with YouTube, with family, with what's going on in the world. It's like it's so hard. You like almost need to go out and go to the forest, stay out there a long time. Too much. You need to disconnect. I need to find a way to disconnect sometimes. I don't want to disconnect all the time.
I think I got a meme for that.
But I would love to disconnect sometimes. You know what we need to do is disconnect. And this guy, when he hears it, I know he's going to text me as soon as he hears it. My boy from Texas, the guy I was just talking about with the 21. We need to get together, everybody, now that these COVID restrictions are getting lifted. We need to do an all meetup somewhere, I don't know, central to all of us. Meet up, let's barbecue, let's hang out, let's have a live Powerstroke Tech Talk podcast with everyone. Hang out, disconnect. We're not worrying about anything else but just the warm brotherly love and the power strokes we got before us. Because I would like to meet a lot of you guys, and I think talking about in person about our trucks and what do humans do? We talk over food, we converse, we socialize, and I think that would be fun. That's finally these bans and stuff are getting lifted. It's really been cumbersome, even with at the dealer and not having customers come in and not being able to wait with your vehicle. It's sometimes people don't want to leave their vehicle out of the site, and it's just really, you blame it on COVID because you can't run away from it. You can't hide from it. You can't hide from the effects of it because everywhere you look, I have to pay, instead of $1.09 for this, you're paying $4.09. Like, what did glass go up now? Like, come on. It's not. I'm just being facetious, using it as an example. I don't know. I wonder what old Sleepy DS would be saying about what he's been experiencing at the plant. I haven't really talked to him a whole lot. We've all been busy, especially Reeland and DS with their landscapers doing their duties with their super duties. I know DS today is actually June 2nd. Is when we are recording this, so I'm a little bit of ways before you guys are going to be seeing this. And DS just put a video up tonight using actually drone footage. And big kudos to you, big bro. That's taken it to the next level. It made that duty in 4K look pretty mean, man. But you forgot to turn the fog lights on, bruh. I'm a lights dude. You turn the fog lights off for it. Whatever. Looked good. Driving, things flying behind him in the parking lot. Close course. He wasn't breaking laws. He just was in his own parking lot that he owns. So he's got all vertical airspace all the way up to Uranus, and he can fly wherever he wants. So make sure to check out his stuff. That was a really good video. Just mixing some songs that he typically uses in his videos. The duties, when you look on Facebook, the 2017 and up Super Duty group, and the Illuminati group, and the 2024 Ford Super Duty group, I think it's called. They are always posting pictures of people's Super Duties. It's towing a gooseneck. It's got like Ford. I don't know if you're listening. Your commercials are great. I love how you guys tint the front windshields on them. Looks clean. I love it. I got it. But your commercials, dude, these Super Duty pictures you guys are seeing on Facebook, you got to get these guys to make the commercials. The commercials are made, which is true. They're not bad. You guys put a lot of work into them. This is the real world. This is out in the tundra. This is out in the mountains. This dude's pulling on his farm. This dude's got his welder truck hooked up. This is the stuff that I'm kind of blown away. Like, these Super Duties are photogenic. Them 450s look bad as hell. That wide ass front end. And although I'm not really a lifted truck dude, not really into Carly lifts, I'm not into any level, I'm not changing I'm not into that. I'm not into the going down the road. I'm not into that. I don't like to hear my tires sing. And some of the trucks, they look pretty sweet. I will give them that. I wouldn't do it to mine. They're spending some good coin. And I'm looking at these frames, and they're not black. So I'm only left to assume these dudes are powder coating these frames. Like, okay, I've replaced a frame before, and I know what you need to do. So if you're doing that just to man, that is, you just bought a Super Duty and you're doing this, and that's a lot of money.
They're spending just as much on the upgrades as they did the truck.
That's a lot of money. And now you can kind of more realize, like, and then it's leaking oil and it's leaking water. What are you doing to me? Like, what is going? My 98 didn't. Different times, different materials. I know back in 1998, we weren't using soy-based wrapping for our harnesses. I've done a lot of critter repairs on these new vehicles, but not on these old vehicles. Different standards. I know there's costs differences involved with different materials, and then the cost of the vehicle and per vehicle and that adds up. I totally get it. But I don't know. I don't know what else to say.
How is my 97 still kicking?
I didn't really get to eat dinner. And then I said barbecue, and all I see is like a brisket with freaking like twice baked potatoes, some green bean casserole, and maybe some mac and cheese. Man, I'm starving. Who wants to whip that up and overnight that up to D-Town? Hook me up. I'm starving. I'll wait. I'll fast until then. I don't know. What do I got going on at work right now? Transit. Putting an engine in a Transit. I think I just caught inadvertently a whiff of some funness that Cody may or may not have just swiped across the video screen. That is something that I kind of want to talk about in a roundabout way. Like I said, this is filmed way in advance, and I'm hoping to have implemented a teaser video in to my regimen, but I'm going to give you a small teaser now for those of you that are listening, and listen close because I'm about to drop something on you all that you all are going to want, and for the sake of argument, are going to need, because there are people out here in this world that unfortunately want your truck more than you.
Not only truck, you can say car too.
They are going to want your Ford product more than you. And I'm talking not truck, car and truck and van. If it is a Ford vehicle, I got you covered, because it is on top of the subjects that we've talked about already. Theft is one of the big things that I'm also constantly hearing. Southern Florida, Texas, Cali. I don't know what's going on, but these trucks are getting ripped off. And I feel so confident in my ability to implement this for you all that whoever is going to use their sophisticated computer to gain access to your push-button truck, because now you don't need a key. Let's say they don't have a computer. Let's say they just busted a hole, pushed out your lock cylinder, which is what I hear that they're doing. Go cut the horn so it's not blowing. You better bring a freaking tow truck, because that thing is not moving, at least under its own power. You can do whatever you want to do. I'm looking all of you right in the eye. You can do, and if you thieves are listening to me, good luck, buddy. Good luck. And that's pretty much where I'm going to end it. I'm excited about it right now. We are in prototype testing phase 1. It is currently on a vehicle that is being tested. And we are liking the results. I've spoke to this individual numerous times in this past week. And he is, what should I say without saying what I want to say? He is utilizing this function multiple, and I mean multiple, like not 5, 10, 15, 20, hundreds. We could be cusping over the thousands every day. Has had no issues. And we're real excited to let you guys know what we got available, what we have available for your Ford product. And we're going to let you know shortly. Once, I don't know how many phases there are until I say there's no more phases, but we have a couple of phases to go through. And the next one's going to be better. And the next one's going to be better. And there's going to be a final product that you guys are gonna love. For those of you that know me or contact me via social media, and you guys know who you are, There's guys that I talk to on a regular, and there's guys that just blow me up. Hey, they want answers for free to fix their trucks. For those of you that, you know who you are that talk to me all the time, I'll make sure to let you in. And I mean, I guess really, I'm going to have to start taking pre-orders. But I got to tell you guys first what it is. Because it's not, you guys aren't going to not want it. So I'm excited. I'm going to write a little star right here next to the picture I have on my notepad, because I'm going to call that individual tomorrow. Say, what kind of changes do we need to make? I need some more feedback, because this is going to be grand. I'm excited, and I'm not going to talk about it anymore because I'm just going to keep talking about it. So I cut myself off. What else do we have on the docket? We did the transit at work. We did that. I got my water leak parts, my water leak, one of my cab 2. The 3 middle cab lights I have verified are leaking.
Ooh.
3. I have not yet confirmed if the outer ones are. I still have yet to pull the headliner down. Still haven't fixed my oil leak, obviously, as we were talking. But I do need to change my oil, which I am contemplating either saving or using. I think I'm going to use the oil that our AMSOIL rep that came on, Tom Brown. Big shout out to him. We'll link his info in the description if you guys got any questions about oils, specifically pertaining to your Powerstroke, and coolants. Coolants was a big one that we talked about on a previous podcast that you guys are already going to listen to prior to this one. And a big thanks for sending me some 0W40. It is on the chart of oil in the owner's manual, and it is the oil viscosity with the widest range of temperature. So not that I am in severe negative temperatures or in high Arizona, Texan, even Florida weather. I'm going to give it a try. I have not yet installed the oil bypass from AMSOIL. I am brainstorming on a location where to actually mount that. The video that I did a couple of weeks back prior to this filming was talking about the actual AMSOIL bypass kit that was sent to me. And somebody had commented about some dude some Don guy maybe, who actually made a kit or a special bracket to go underneath these trucks. And I like what he did, but I think, I'm not a fabricator by any means, so I'm using, the setup that Tom sent me. But I want to experiment. I want to see, exactly where this would go on my kind of truck. If this is going to be, somebody had said they had the dual filter system. I was only got the single filter, but with my driving habits, I am only going to occur about, no BS, about 12,000 miles a year. With running that, getting an oil analysis and so on and so forth, dudes are going 20, 25,000 miles on oil changes. I can't change my oil once in every 2 years. Like I don't know if the oil bypass is maybe right for me. I don't really work my truck. I didn't buy my Super Duty to work. I bought my vehicle as a daily driver. I don't tow anything. I don't put anything in the bed. I don't have a boat. I'm not going to buy a boat. It's specifically, it's a pavement queen, I guess, if you want to call it. I keep it clean and I drive it from point A to point B. I don't do anything with it. So, you know, if, I don't even know if DS would really benefit from it. I would say the guys that would really be 100% for this would be my million mile plus dude. Although he's changing his oil every 8,000 miles, not saying because you have that many more miles, you should go longer on your oil change, but it's a little too late to tell. But if he had that AMSOIL kit on it from when he first got the truck, would he be getting a million miles on it? Would he have noticed any difference? I think for peace of mind, it would be better suited for a vehicle that is actually working the truck. Mind you, with my distances, and your worry about fuel dilution, and one of my big things with frequency of regens, and you all know short trips are not conducive to regen. Passive regen, I should say. So there's just not enough temp to get the filter hot. And you guys saw in one of my videos that we had talked about outside, comparing the 650, 750 to the 550 chassis, and what really takes place during a passive and active regen. And one of the things that we worry about as diesel owners with all this after treatment stuff is if we don't drive the vehicle in a manner for it to be driven, we're going to create all this more extra soot, and this stuff's going to get trapped in the oil, and our oil is going to get blacker, and this is going to wear our engine out. And I can subside that with running full synthetic. Yes and no. I mean, is it going to give you more superior protection? Most definitely. Is it going to give you a better temperature range? Maybe. I don't know what your viscosity you're running. If you were to ask me if I was going to put it on, I'm undecided right now. I want it to benefit someone better than it would benefit me. I just don't think maybe I'm the right candidate for a filter bypass system on my particular vehicle, because I'm not putting that many miles on it. And I wish I had Tom here to interject, to correct me if I'm wrong, or maybe point out something else that I'm missing. But that's kind of my thoughts on it. I'd be curious, what do you guys, a lot of you guys responded in the comment section to that video, but here on the podcast, are you guys running the AMSOIL kit? Do you have the dual? Do you have the single? I'm not I am not limiting this question to Powerstrokes. The bozos that have the Cummins and them dirty Maxes. Do you guys have any of this stuff on your truck? Just curious. I don't want to know anything else about your truck or anything else about your engine. Just want to know if you're running those AMSOIL kits as well, and if you are seeing a notice with your oil analysis, if your metals and the whole Blackstone printout. I'd be curious to see. I've been thinking about it. Right now I have Motorcraft 5W40 in there, and I changed it at about 75 500, maybe 8,000. This would be a second oil change. I changed it when I was in Limitless, getting all my strobes done. But I've been thinking about seeing what my oil analysis comes back as, and I don't have any Blackstone. I've reached out to those guys and have yet to hear a response from them, as well as SPE, where you at? I'm done with SPE. I don't know what the deal is. Been nothing but promoting their products. If they're listening, Amy, Dan, or Chance, I don't know what you guys got going on over there, but maybe there's something I don't know going on. If you guys are blaming it on COVID, but
Well, they're very busy.
They're very that's fine,
Yeah.
but there's a certain level of customer service that has to take place when you're interjecting with this community. Not me, I'm a nobody, not my clan. Everybody in this whole nation who's running Powerstrokes or running Dirty Maxes or Cummins, there's a certain level of customer interaction you have. People drive all over the United States to have me work on their vehicle because they like the customer satisfaction and they like the repairs that I do. There is a certain level of customer help that people expect. I have a good friend of mine who placed a $10,000 order with SPE. 10 G's, was told that the stuff was in stock. Dude's waiting more than 2 months. Like, there's one thing. You be up front. Just let me know. Something unforeseen, let me know. But the customer service, when you call, I have all the emails and I have the text messages, I have the Facebooks, I have the Instagram. As soon as you shout out to them, their automated responses, thank you for contacting SPE, and one more business day we'll be contacting you. That's cool. I'm still waiting, man. People constantly. I give you guys the benefit of the doubt. Maybe 2-3 times a week, maybe 3. Hey, A-Rod, I just got a brand new 21 Super Duty. Oh, I want to get this SPE drain I saw on your video. Man, I'm about to tell these people, and I do not talk bad about the brand. I believe in it. I'm not going to be recommending SPE no more. Not because their products are no good. That's not the reason. I love their products. I wish I could get more of their products. It's their customer service. That's not how you do business. That's not how you do business. I am a nobody from nobody. I made 2 videos. I never told you guys. I wasn't looking for any payment from you guys. I wasn't nothing. I just wanted to let you know. I sent you a friendly link. You guys were, wow, that was great. Thank you so much. Talk back and forth. That's it. I don't hear nothing. Was waiting to hear back from them. Said, we'll get back to you. I want to send you some stuff for your truck. Whatever you want. What did she say? I'm also in the back packaging boxes too, and I'll make sure to set some stuff aside for you because I want to get some stuff out to you. Honey, that was like back by Christmas. I understand stuff's going on, but I call. I just actually looked at it today just to remind me how long it had been. Sent something to Chance. I'm sorry, I don't see you in our records. Who are you trying to get a hold of? I'm like, are you serious? Like, I just told you I spoke to the owner in her email. I'll send you the thread. Like, are you for real? This isn't just me. Hundreds. I have seen Facebook posts about it. What's going on with SPE? I've ordered my fuel disaster prevention kit. It's been 3 months. I haven't gotten it. I can't get a hold of anybody. This drain valve is leaking. I don't want it to leak. I'm like, for real? Like, man, that's horrible. That's not good. I believe wholeheartedly in customer service. Customer service is what brings people back. I just don't get it. You guys are missing I don't run a business. Again, I'm a nobody. You guys are missing a crucial piece of your business, and it's your customer service. I know you need to hire people. Stop taking all these orders. It's not about the money. It'll come. Take care of your customers, or at least take care of me, so that I can reiterate to my crew, my following, my train. Yes, get SPE. They will take care of you. I don't think 5 emails, text messages, phone calls, and no response. I think there's no excuse for that. Every one of you guys, everyone, I'm a nobody. I'm not running a business. Every one of you guys who respond to me over Instagram, I don't know who these dudes. Over Facebook, I don't know these dudes. Over YouTube, I don't know these dudes. I respond to every single one of you guys. It's important to me. Every comment doesn't get our response, but I will acknowledge you with a thumbs up or heart. I am acknowledging you. I read your comment. I appreciate you taking the time to watch. That makes me want to do my job more. Makes me want to put out not trash, because lately, right now, it seems like trash is selling on the internet, on YouTube.
It is.
I am tired of it, man. I am putting out, I feel, hold on, I got to turn this heat down because I'm about to burn out this garage. I am tired of dealing. I forgot what I was going to say. To tell you, we're dealing with the stuff on YouTube that is trash. I'm sitting here trying to put out, at least I think, quality content about the best truck on the road, the Ford Super Duty. I am not bad-mouthing my product. I so wholeheartedly believe in the Ford Super Duty. It's what I love. It's what I talk about. It's what I promote all the time. Why is trash selling? I'm trying to help. I'm trying to teach. I'm trying to educate. I'm trying to pass on to the next generation of folks that are going to be working on these trucks. And it just seems lately that individuals who make content are just making content to put content up, and they're not thinking about, they're putting out pollution. It's negativity.
The ones I can't stand is customer satisfaction and the recall ones.
That is going to be an upcoming video for sure, talking about those two things.
There's a big difference between the two. One's mandated, one is Ford saying, hey, we have a problem, we want to fix it for you.
People jump to conclusions. People need to slow down. I'm guilty of it myself. But people get these notices in the mail and automatically assume that it's a recall. And that is usually not the case. If it was a recall, brethren, you're going to be watching your local Fox News. Ford now issues giant massive recall on 4 trucks. That's a recall. You're going to hear about it from the National Highway Traffic and Safety Board. You're going to hear it on your local news. It's going to be nationwide. It's a recall. They have to let everybody know. Customer satisfaction programs. They're not recalls, player. You're not going to hear about them on the news. It's two totally different things. And people, again, taking this out of context, make a video, title it recall, when in fact it's not a recall, and just skyrockets in watch time and pollution. I just don't agree with, I mean, people might not agree with some of my content, but I really try to make it relatable and truthful and somewhat concise and to the point so that each of you guys can follow and fix your truck. Because I know sometimes you guys don't want to bring it into me because I can't work on it for free. There's a charge. Everybody's got to make money. And I offer you guys come in and check me out. I'm taking appointments. I am booked up into the end of July right now. It's what I do. It's what we do at the dealer. There's a reason why people come to Bill Brown, and it's to get great customer service. It's to get great repairs done on their vehicles. It doesn't happen overnight. Word of mouth spreads like a wildfire. Generations and generations of people coming back to this dealership. I actually met a subscriber who lives in North Carolina, doesn't know anything about me. I hadn't talked to this individual. He had just reached out to me on email. Just bought a brand new 2020 Dually 350 and was talking about this area. Hey, where are you from? I told him. He's like, oh, no way. I grew up over here. I'm like, get out of here. No way. I bought my first car from Bill Brown. No way. What's the chances of that? So cool. To have seen that and to have him full circle come back again, and inadvertently I am connected to that entity, and now he's like almost back at home, but with a different vehicle. So it's something I so believe in is customer service. And going back to SPE again, it's just really disappointing because you guys make great shit, man. You guys really do. Maybe you guys need like a customer service workshop. I'm trying to be positive, not trying to be negative. I want to
Maybe
shine
they
you
just
guys
need
in
to
a
hire
positive
more
light.
people.
Hire me and him. We work on the weekends. Sublet calls out to us.
I got the headset.
Phone line standing by.
I got lucky
Shoot.
when I ordered some of their products.
I'm surprised you even got through. I couldn't even get through.
I got before like last August. I got the thermostat, the early open. That thermostat is exactly what it says it is too.
Wow. And that's what I've heard. Everything SPEs except for the version 1 of the fuel water drain valve for the Aluma-Duties. The second one I've heard is way better with that little like cow titty that comes down almost.
Oh yeah.
Works way better. But you guys make, that's all I've been hearing. The quality of products, maybe not. I heard a couple of guys complain about the cheese grater, the CCV internal catch can. The individual who bought it, I believe, made a Facebook post and actually does machining or something for a living. And he looked at this and was, what is this? So I don't know if something needs to be tweaked, but from what I have seen and have heard of other components, you guys are knocking out of the park. with the products. And
Do they even make anything for OBS?
I don't know, but I really wanted to get a hold of either Outdoor Trucks, outdoortrucks.com, link in the description. Limitless, link in the description. My next thing I want to do, I don't want a cold air intake, but I think it would be really cool if I could get a new cold side cac tube, hot side cac tube, and like the intakes they had looked really cool, but it would be, cac tube, the throttle body, and then either an aluminum colored intake or a different colored intake. I don't know. What do you
They
guys
even make
running?
did they make a with the butterfly valve? Did they make the piping that goes with that, or
I don't know.
because I know they make the upper intake, and the main one that goes to the filter. But usually when you get the full intake, you have to get rid of the butterfly.
Now pusher intakes, they have like a variety of colors that
They got orange.
Oh my gosh. Can you imagine? I haven't seen one before, but can you imagine popping the hood on a duty and seeing these bright orange? You're like, whoa, what the hell is this? This looks awesome. That would be awesome.
There was a guy on YouTube, I think, he was running compounds, and he had a pusher intake on it, and it was all like some color besides, black or raw or something normal. I think it was like red or orange or something like that.
Yeah, they definitely. Yeah, I think the one I saw was lime green. When I was scrolling through like their website or something, I'm like, oh my gosh, lime green, that would be killer, man. Like Kawasaki green,
Yeah,
that would be killer. I'm interested. What kind of setup are you guys running? Do you guys have? Are you into that? Putting the different the cac tubes on it. Did you guys get cold air intakes?
Warm air intakes.
Warm air intake, not
Warm
cold
air
air.
intakes.
Warm air intakes.
Hey, but they look cool, so
They look cool.
it offsets the warm air.
I don't know. I don't know what else to say other than I'm really excited to talk about our little goodie we got coming up. Really excited about it. That's it. No more. So make sure to definitely stay tuned to the channel. Stay tuned to Instagram. I want to make sure that everyone out there has a chance to see what we're talking about, see and hear the positivity I'm trying to promote surrounding the repairs and ownership of having a Super Duty, because it's not only something I deal with every day, but it's personal because now I own one of these. So make sure to get at me, and maybe you can light the fire under my ass. I got about a half dozen dudes who've been asking me for shirts. I'm out of XXL and large. I don't have any schmediums, but if you are a schmedium, if there's a demand for it, I'll get you one. But I need to get some. If you guys want to get shirts, check me out on Instagram. Reach out to me, DM me, Facebook, email, whatever. And I got stickers available as well. I don't have any on the bench here. But I want to thank Cody for helping out tonight, and Mr. Connor for coming through, being a guest on here, and just sitting here talking like we do, having fun, and passing on some good info for you guys. So thanks so much. We'll catch you guys all next time.